Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to my website. My name is Daryl and this is Programming in Any Language. The website is www.black-duck.com. It's where you'll find all my videos organized in logical order. Welcome to part 2 of the binary search lesson. Last time, we prepared the form, coded the non-essential buttons, established the array, and placed the method calls in form load. Part 2 is all about preparing the data. You might recall that the data we are searching comes from spreadsheet data that was saved as a tab delimited text file. That text file is what we are going to read into our application. The tab delimited file can be seen behind me. The big chunks of space between the year and the movie name is the tab. It's invisible. We are going to split the data so we can load the year in one array and the movie names in the other array. If you go to my website and check the file processing section, you can find a lesson on reading a tab delimited file if you need more information on this. It will step you through the process on how you can easily create such a text file. This next video will step you through the process of reading such a file and extracting the year and movie names so they can be loaded into two arrays. It will be followed by the code needed to place the movie array in alphabetical order and keep the proper years in alignment with the sorted movie names. Let's watch. Okay, let's do this now. We're going to have to put this stuff together. The first thing I want to do probably is actually load the array. So we're going to put that piece in right here. And we'll say private void load array. And so there's nothing we passed. We put the parameters in there and then set up our braces. So we've got the thing ready to go. What we first want to do a string and str full record. So we're bringing in, remember, the year and the movie comes in together. It's tab delimited, so we're going to be getting this tab delimited file coming through this thing. So we need to set this up, and this is going to be holds full record from delimited file. Then we're going to do a try. And let's run this up a little bit. Before I do the code in the try, I'm going to do the catch right away and set that up. And it's going to be a catch exception EX. Because we don't know what's going to happen, so we'll set this up to be any kind of error could happen reading a file. And this will be a message box. .show, and it'll be ex.message, and that will be all we need to. Oops, yeah, that's right. That's all we got to do, and that takes care of it. That gives us all that stuff that's in place here. Why do we have? Oh, because I need a comma in there. Okay, let's try that again. Now we're good. Now we can do a try. So this is where all our work is going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and hit int x is equal to 0, and that's going to be our counter variable. Next thing we do is bring our stream reader in. And we'll call it input file. And this activate stream reader, so we can read the file. And we're going to set up our character delimiter that we're looking for. So chr array, and we'll call it delim for delimiter. We'll make it equal to quote \t quote, and then that delimiter. And that says that we're going to be putting in, we're going to get a delimiter array. So what's going to happen when it reads that full record up here, every time it encounters a /t, it's going to create an element with just the pieces up to the /t. So if we have 1939 Aerosmith, It's going to grab Aerosmith, put it in the first element. It's going to encounter the tab. Then it's going to go through and get the rest of the record, which will be Aerosmith, and bring that into the second element, and then it'll end. And we can then extract it with a string array, which we'll do shortly. So that's our array we're going to be setting up. That allows us then to set up our input file. And our input file is going to be equal to file, open text, and we're going to get movies by tab .txt. It's the file that I saved and put in my /bin/debug folder, and it'll contain all those movies and those years in it. The one you saw before when I showed you the text file there. This is going to open the file. Now we can put our loop together. This is going to do all the processing of that array. So we'll do while x is less than str movies dot length. We can set the braces right there, but we want to go a little beyond that, not just going beyond movies that length. We probably want to reach that anyway because we're going to have 971 records coming to a 2,000 element array. But we're also going to look at, and it's not input file dot end of string, end of stream. That's what we want to see. So if we hit end of stream on the file, then we'll stop. Same thing if we hit the end of the array, we'll stop as well. We won't hit this because we know that we only have 971 records in there. So that gives us our loop that we're going to be running into. So now we go ahead and process that loop. So our str full record is going to be equal to input file read line, read a record, read a full record, with tabs and everything. Then we're going to take our string array, create a quick string array, and call it tokens, and make it equal to str full record split on the delimiter. So whenever it encounters that /t, we're going to split this thing into a bunch of tokens. Token 0, token 1, token 2. We'll only have 0 and 1 in this place. Split out elements. Now we can actually grab those things. So str year, since we know it's the first piece of this thing, sub x is equal to token 0. And str movies x is equal to tokens 1. That brings in the two pieces into our array. And we can say x plus plus. We increase the element of x and bring it in there. This increases x. Grab pieces from split. And that takes care of it. We do want to say that at the end of this, when this loop is over with, and the while loop is over with, we want to say that max is equal to x. That will give us how many elements we actually have read in. And we can also post that then. We can say LBL number dot text is equal to max to string. Display count. And that's it. That takes care of our load array. I can't run this right now. I can save it. I can't. Well, what I can do, I can put a double comment here. We'll close this off and make it a comment, and then we'll run this. Let's just see if it works. And yeah, we got 971 count. It came in, it read our records in there, put it in there. We can't do anything with this. We can't do our search. We can do a clear. That works, and our exit works. So we know that's nice. Great. So now let's take our comments out of the sort array to get our error back. And it's time to actually create the sort array now. So we'll do that piece. This will get us in shape now. So we're gonna say private void sort array and give us our braces, and that takes away the error from the sort array. And now we can actually create this piece here. We're going to create something called str hold. This will be our holding area that we can, when we do a swap for our sorting piece, we can put that piece in here. Holding area for swapped value. Since we're going to be sorting the year as well, we're going to need a str hold year holding area for it too. That's all we need. Now we can set up our loop. So for int, I'm going to use x and y values. So I'm going to say x is equal to 0, and while x is less than max, and we're going to increase x. Then we set up our outer loop. Now we're going to set up our inner loop. For int y is equal to x plus 1. We want that y to be set up, or that the y to be set up 1 beyond x. Let's look at the second position in there. We're going to hold that in the first position of the array, and we're going to then sort through the rest of the array with the y value. And then we'll increase x and sort through the rest and keep going through that thing. Bubble sort type thing. So while y is less than max, and y plus plus. And then that's our inner loop. What we can do in our inner loop, well, we're going to say if. We need to use a string matching, string, string dot compare, str movies y is less than str movies x, and then less than 0. We're going to put it here. Less than 0. And that's going to allow us to do a brace. We've got our string compare now in place. So at this point, since we do have, if we end up with a less than, a true, where it actually the y is less than x, we're going to actually swap out the movies. So when we do that, we set up str hold is going to be equal to str movies x. And str movies x is going to be equal to str movies y. And str movies y is going to be equal to str hold. That does the movie swap. Now, because we have the indexes in place already, we can actually do the, in fact, let's put this on here, a comment right here, and this is going to be swap movie. Now we want to put in swap year. And we simply say str hold year is equal to str year x. Str year x is going to be equal to str year y. And str year y is going to be equal to str year hold year. And that's it. That's all we have to do. That does our swap. We don't need this stuff. We're done. Let's double check, make sure I got this right. str year equals str year hold. That looks right. xy hold xy, xy hold xy hold year. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, so we should be fine here. That's our sort. Let's do a file save, do a run. Looks like it did it. Looks like it didn't fail on the sort. One thing we could do, if we wanted to, is actually go ahead and temporarily what I could do is I could do a message box here. Dot show sort is complete. And now I'll put a breakpoint here. So it'll stop at this point and I can actually examine that array. So do a file save, do a start, it stops. I can now go into anywhere I want. I can go into this movies array right here and see what it looks like. And there's our view. We look at it right now. Oops, let's go. Try that again. You can now see that I've got a bunch of slashes in there, so we can go through this thing and actually look at all the B's, C's, D's, G's, H. They're all coming in nicely on this thing. So some of these things have quotes around them, some don't. You'd have to adjust your data to make it right. But now we're looking pretty good at these things. There's a bunch of movies in here. The years aren't here. The years, we look at this, we can't really match the year, but we know that the year matching this is the 463 value in the STR year array. But this allows us to see that the sort worked. The sort is in alphabetical order, so I can get rid of this. I'm going to go ahead and hit my debug and stop debugging. I don't want this in here anymore. So I'm going to get rid of the breakpoint, and I'm going to get rid of the line. I don't really need this line to tell me that the message box, that sort is done. So that's it. So file save, and we're all set here. Now all we have to do is do our search. The data is ready to be searched. We have 2 arrays ready for the binary search. We'll search on movie name. A match will allow us to extract the year. We'll code that in part 3. For now, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to use the website for easy access to all my videos. And if you get a chance, please subscribe. That way, you'll be notified when something new is added. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.